Good evening and welcome. Welcome to my live stream. It's a warm welcome. We're having trouble with one of the Facebook pages not working. That's Mrs. G's, but that's okay. We'll try to get it fixed here. This is the Fight CPS with your host, Bob Pace. This is normally my morning live stream, but I'm doing it tonight because somehow my evening live stream got put into my morning live stream spot and I grabbed the wrong one. I think I still don't know. This has happened to me before, so I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. Um, it's Saturday night, and excuse me, it's Monday night. I am so lost in my time right now. It's Monday night at September 15th, and this is my 7 o'clock um, evening show. Now, I'm on normally Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. and on the weekends at 8 a.m. Then the evening, I'm on all 7 days at 7 p.m. Last Sunday, I was on at 10 p.m. at night because I had a family engagement. Sometimes on Friday nights, I'm at an engagement. I usually try to do my show at 3 o'clock, but I will let you know. The times I'm giving you to are the West Coast times of California, Pacific Standard Time. If you're Mountain Time, you're 1 hour ahead of me. Central Time, you're 2 hours ahead of me. Eastern Time, you're 3 hours ahead of me. In England, you're 8 hours ahead of me. In Europe, you're 9 hours ahead of me. And South Africa, you're 9 hours. So that helps out a little bit with the time frames. And again, I do apologize for a little bit of the distraction on the morning show. We had someone interrupt my live stream. And um, right now, hopefully, I'll get through my evening live stream without the interruptions. Also, last couple days, we've had some trolls come in here, and they've been using some bizarre names and saying some bizarre things and calling in with bizarre stories. This is a really good place for people to come here to um, fight CPS. Um, I have a lots of information and I can help you. I'm not an attorney, but I'm a loving father and a husband. I've helped raise 6 children. I have 43 years of marriage experience and 61 years of life skill. I've been fighting CPS for 15 years, so I have a wealth of information. I've talked to over 2,600 people here, either in text messages or by calling in. I have people from as far away as South Africa. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I have this live stream. I try to do it these Pacific times, but there may be some interference in the background. I apologize for that. Um, this is supposed to be helping you deal with your matter at hand. And all you have to do is ask me a question, and I can try to help you. Ask me a question, and I can try to help you. Um, there are several ways that you can interact on this live stream. One way is that you can call in and call and talk to me. Another way is that you can um, I'm sorry, I'm trying to focus. It's hard with the background sound, so I apologize. Um, it's It's really hard. I just don't understand people sometimes. Um, can you be a little bit quieter, please? I'm doing my live stream. Thank you. Um, First, it's very important that when you're going to try to message me, that you um, make a question or a comment about CPS, and I also talk about APS too, Adult Protection Services. There's Child Protection Service, then there's supposed to be Adult Protection Services. If a child's still in the CPS system and still in foster care, they'll transition to protective service. And it is tough because when you're an adult, when you become, if you're a child in foster care, you have the right to say, I'm an adult, and you want to leave the Child Protection Services. And when you do, it's very important that you stress upon that your record is clean because they will haunt you. They will follow you when you too have children. They'll follow you too when you do have children. I got to reboot my phone because it's not getting me a clear picture here. So, but anyway, please list your first name and your city or county, your state, and if you're from outside the United States, your country. Also, please tell me about your CPS case if this is the first time that you're on my show. You want to start from the beginning at the knock to your door to where you're at, to where you're at. Okay, let me try again here. Um, so that is one way you can interact with this live stream is to text me a message, and I hope that you all do. I hope that you all do. And I've talked to over 2,600 people in 23 countries because this is international. And some of the countries are Indonesia, Bangladesh. In the Middle East, it's Libya, and then Saudi Arabia. Then over to the, the African continent, it's Liberia, Sudan, and the Republic of Congo. Then it's Rwanda and the Mozambique, and then the province of South Africa. Then up to Europe, it's the United Kingdom with England, Scotland, Wales, and then there's Denmark and Sweden. Then across the pond is the North America, and it's Canada and its provinces. It's the United States, and all 50 states have contacted me, including Washington, D.C. at the District of Columbia. That's not a state, but they've contacted me. Then south of border, been Mexico. Then further south, North in South America, north of Brazil, on the east coast of Grenada. Then we go across the South Pacific. It's been New Zealand, and then the land down under, Australia and its states. And so these 2,600 people have told me horror stories of how bad CPS has been to them. You all have something common I did. You encountered a rogue system that is bad, that has put your family through a nightmare, that stole my forever home, stole our daughter. My wife and I lost her daughter. We were able to fight to get our two boys back. Our other three children, our older children, were impacted by the event, and they've been pretty much distanced from us ever since the event was over. They weren't with us at the time it was happening, but if, with anything, the stigma of being with CPS will follow you. It is so horrible. If what I knew now, I would never have been involved in CPS. I would have stopped it right away, and I know how to do so. And I want to share that with you all. There are 5 rules I would have done. I would have hired an attorney right away, the right kind of attorney. I would have done documentation, very thorough documentation. I would produce 2 documents. One document is the incident time log. The other document is a journal that keeps track of everything. And you should always make a journal to address your children. I know it's hard to write sometimes, but someday your children may want to know what you did for them or were trying to do for them or what happened. So a journal is your feelings and thoughts, what you're going through. It's a very hard trouble feeling. But documentation is so important. 3, you want to learn how to not speak to social workers. I know it's hard. It's hard to not talk to someone, especially when you know something's wrong. Also, you don't want to let them in your home. You want to think your house is your castle. Your drawbridge is up, your house is closed. The only way they get in your home is if you let them in or a family friend does. So you want to make sure your family members and your friends don't let them in. And if it's a family that wants to come in, tell them about the special knock or ring, and then you can let them in. Also, you do not want to give up your child. You see, if they're allowed in the house, they're going to start inspecting the house right away. They're making mental notes and so forth. Also, if you give up your children, it's very hard to get them back. It's very hard to get them back. And they got to be in danger. They got to be really a life threatening danger. So having children in school is not danger, but they, um, you know, are taken because they just want to have the money start clicking. It's all about money. When they have your child in custody, they start collecting money. They pull a number and they start collecting money. Now, another way you can be on this live stream is to be a guest. And to be a guest, all you have to do is write me an email that says you want to be on the live stream. You send it to Bob Pace. You send it to Bob P, no period, just BOBP at vincentwdavis.com, and I'll get the email. And I will then forward on your name and so forth to my show producer, who in turn will send you a link that you can copy and paste up in your browser. We use StreamYard as a software application. So that is another way that you can be on. I have 14 shows. Now, I said earlier, you just pick one. I want to be on Bob's Sunday morning show or Bob's Friday night show. You just pick either evening or morning, Monday through Sunday. You just pick. Now, once I get that request, I will um, forward on to my show producer, who will send you a link. You just copy and paste in your browser. If you're on and get knocked off, you can copy it again and get back on. It's good for the whole show. But the second way, I really like you if you could be there because I'd take 9 of you. And the rules are simple. There's no profanity, no eating or talking on the live stream. And further, we do not use the names of children or judges or social workers. Now, another way you can interact with this live stream is to call me on my number. My number is 626 698 0990. It's live, and that's my office number, and I will answer it. Uh, I will answer it. Now, I'll take responsible calls, and please state your first name and where you're from. It'd be really appreciative when you answer the phone. We are very serious about helping other people here, and I don't want it to be fun and games. There's been too many trolls the last couple of days, and this isn't about fun and games. CPS is a serious matter, and you do need my help. You will need my help because one of the first steps you got to do is get an attorney. An attorney costs you money. Now I have an attorney lined up that will help you. His name is Vincent W. Davis. He's been fighting CPS for 39 years and gotten back thousands of children. He is schooled in the areas of juvenile law, dependency law, and family law. He's also a trial attorney. He can do civil lawsuits when your case is closed, and he can win millions of dollars. He's demonstrated both in state court and federal court. That's your constitutional rights or your civil rights that are violated. And he can do that civil lawsuit. Now, if you want to hire him right now, you can call into the office at 888 6582 and ask to speak to him. When you do call in the office, you'll reach reception. Make sure you tell him, hello, Bob Pace sent me. That's all you have to do. And from there, they'll know who you are. And when you speak to Mr. Davis, make sure you tell him that Bob Pace sent you. Also, that same number, the 888 you can also find information about live streams. He has several people that do live streams. Mrs. G, KK Richardson out of New York does it on Monday. Mrs. G on Wednesday. Deidre on Wednesday. Vincent does live streams too, but you have to ask him. He has one on Saturday and one during the week, office hours. So you can ask about that. Also, you can get handbooks and guides of how to fight CPS and other things like that at that number. At that number. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Um, Tonight may be a bad night because it's Monday night, and sometimes I will see nobody in. So hopefully some of my regulars will show up because I do want to help them. I do want to help you all. Now, what really helps out a lot with this show if you ask me questions and I can help you. I can talk to you about all kinds of subject matters and also about how to get your kids back. One of the hardest things you're going to have to is finding an attorney, and that may not be necessary in your cards right at the time. Oh, great. We have some people in the room now. I'm so happy that they came in here. Hello, Ann Berlin, and hello, Callie De La Cruz. A warm welcome to both of you. Could you tell me what part of the world you're from? It'd be really great. If you're from the United States, all I need is a city, a county, and a state. If you're from another country, your city and your country would be fine. If you have a state, that's also nice. I know Australia has states, and Canada and South Africa have provinces. So, anyway, that would be great. But again, it's a warm welcome. And hopefully, you have a story to tell, or you have a question you want to ask about CPS and Sela, Sela de la Cruz. Now, Sela de Cruz, I think you may have been in before. I'm not sure. The name sounds familiar, but I'm open to questions. Is there something about the CPS you have a question for me about, and I'll try to help you? I'll wait for a brief moment. Also, you can call in. My phone number is up. It's 626 698 0990. I'd love to have a question for either Anne or Celia or anybody else that has a question for you. I also enjoy emojis like thumbs up, smiley faces, hearts, even the stars. You can send stars. Please check below the follow button. And if you want to be notified, check the notification button. But it's very, very good that you're here. I'm really glad to see you. I really am. Now, one of the things I do want to mention that if you're not going to get a real attorney and you're going to use the court appointed attorney, because you see, one of the hardest things you all have to realize is that if you're approached by CPS either at your home or outside or by the police, you need to determine this is regarding a legal matter. If it is, you need to tell them that you need to have your attorney present. Any legal matters that requires an attorney can be present at all times. If one cannot be presented, then a court appointed attorney will be appointed to you. Well, CPS hopes you do that because a court appointed attorney works for CPS and they are not a juvenile law, family law, or dependency attorney law. They're going to actually fight for CPS. They're paid by CPS, they work for CPS. So if you have no financial means, now one of the ways you can have your finances covered is have legal insurance. Now, I mean an annual premium you pay a company like MetLife, ARG is another one. These companies there will sell you at premium, some with the deductible, but pretty expensive. I've heard of $1 a day. That's $365 a year in premium. That'll cover your retainer. You see, most times judges are going to ask, like Vincent will be for LA County, $5,000. He's a $500 an hour attorney. Now he can, I mean, other attorneys can charge more or less. I've heard of the range go from $200 an hour to $1,000 an hour. And that's a lot of money to come up with. And I wish I knew about that because I should have got legal insurance. Probably would still be living in my home today. Still living in my home today. Anyway, Anne and Cecil, Celia, I keep calling Cecil, it's C-E-L, Celia. I'm having a hard time with your name and I'm sorry. I really am. If you have a question for me, I'd love to answer it. I'd love to answer it. Um, I don't know if anybody's not talking tonight. We're about 40 minutes in. My show ends at 8 o'clock tonight, so we're 40 minutes in. And so there's roughly about 40 minutes left. And so I would hope that we could ask some questions or talk about things. That would be great. That'd be great to talk about things. Um, I really need to know what you really want to know because, if you're going to have to use that court appointed attorney, you're going to have to follow pretty much what the judge has ordered. You need to tell the court appointed attorney, and you need to tell them that, first of all, you're not guilty. Second, you need to tell them that you want family reunification. And thirdly, you want to tell them that you'll follow whatever the judge's orders, whatever the court orders, you will follow. And lastly, you want to have visitation, as much visitation with your children as you can. Those are the four things you need to really be when you use a court appointed attorney. They're not going to fight and they're not going to know what to do. So you're at their mercy. But if you follow those, you should be fine. Now, Anne and Cecil, are you still around or you guys have gone to other places? Um, I'm waiting for you guys to say something. I don't like to be talking the whole time. I was hoping that maybe you all could say something. Mhm. Carrie Sampson, long time no talk. I'm glad that you are checking in. I hope all's well. It is tonight. Tonight's been pretty calm, not too many people talking. We've had Celia de Cruz and Anne Berlin, who I have no idea where they're from. But thank you for telling me Burke County, Georgia. I know you're there, but thank you, Carrie, for telling me that. What's new with you, Carrie? I'd love to, have you tell me what's new or have a question you have. You have my undivided attention, Carrie. I love to hear from you. We have right now about 15 minutes left of my show. I end the show at 8 o'clock, so we got 15 minutes left. You have anything new to tell me, Carrie? I'd love to hear what you might have new for me. Okay, Carrie, I'm glad you're talking to me. Nothing much, but they've just wanted me to do a parenting class and counseling, and won't tell me why. But I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing to get my kids back. That's a smart move on you, Carrie. When you don't have money for an attorney, you have to go with the flow, and eventually you will get your kids back. A lot of you out there, if you try to fight with CPS yourself, you're not going to win. They're very corrupt. They're bad. So, Carrie, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. I'm so glad that you tell me an update. I really am about that, Carrie. Because that's the success you could get. Hey, Ann Berlin and Cecil de la Cruz, are you still around? I still don't know where you're from. All right, we're about 4 more minutes and I'll be able to have to turn the phone off. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'll have to turn the show down. But I'm glad that you're here. I know we didn't talk too much or much questions were asked. Some nights it's really crowded. Some nights got a lot of my regulars, but tonight it's very, very, very quiet. Very quiet. Boy, I think I'm going to put my phone number down because it's too late to take any more phone calls. We've had no phone calls tonight, which is okay. I'll be on again tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the morning. 10 a.m. in the morning, I'll be on. One thing that is really something you should always try to do is you need to take notes and keep track of everything because you need to really be attentive. You need to go and look up things too. You can learn so much about CPS on the internet. There's also a thing called Chat GPT. That's a special search engine that will really help you. It really helps. It's something new out now called Chat GPT. You should look into that. Now I'm going to put my phone number up called the Department of Government Efficiency. That's Doge. Now, this particular agency is investigating social services as well as the child protection system. And they have a website, www.doge.gov. There you'll find out what they do. And also, they offer you a job on there, full time job working for them. They have two phone numbers. They're both the White House area code 202. They will listen, they will help you. They also have an email that you can send things that are important to you that maybe the CPS entity in your county or the state didn't do what they're supposed to do. They need to know about that. They're trying to check to make sure the government agencies are okay. That's why they're doing that. So I'm going to leave that number and that website and email up for a little bit so that you can see that because we're getting really low on time. We have about 4 minutes left. And I want to thank the people that have texted in tonight. We have Ann Berlin, who I have no idea where she's from. We have Cecil De La Cruz. Again, I have no idea where she's from. Carrie Sampson is from Burke County, Georgia, and she's a longtime part of the family here. And she is doing what she can to do with social services by following the directions. She has no money for an attorney, so she has to do what they're telling her to do. So I want to say, God bless to you all there. And please, whatever you do, keep fighting for your children. Keep fighting for your family. Do not give up. Come here for support, for questions and answers, and I'll help you. I'll tell you about my 5 rules and what worked for me getting my children back. So I'm telling you that CPS is bad. They have many rogue elements out there. So you got to be careful when you're talking to them. You got to be careful when you're talking to them. All right. I'm now going to end it with a video. The video is really good. I think you will enjoy it. And then I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock in the morning. So God bless y'all. And again, thank you.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against then it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last